Okay, so now our player movement is completed, and now we can add the shooting animation. In this video we will only add the shooting animation, and in the upcoming videos we will add the bullet, and when the user fire the bullet, then the bullet will move forward or on this side as well, so you can fire back and forth. So now for the animation, open up the Visual Studio and the player movement script, and right here we will add some more variables. So the first one which we will create is the private float, and we will name this as shoot wait time, and the shoot wait time will be equals to 0.5f, so it will wait this much seconds to shoot again. And then the next variable we will be creating is the wait before shooting, and it will basically control the shooting. Now after this, the next variable which we will create will be a private, and it will be a float, and I'll just name it as move wait time, and this will be equals to 0.3f, so it will wait this much time and then the player will move. So when we shoot, we will stop the movement of the player, and the movement will be stopped for this much time. After this, right here we will create another private variable. It will be a float type, and this time we will name this as wait before moving, and this wait before moving will control this move wait time. Then down below we will create another variable, and this will be of type bool, and let's just name it as can move, and by default it will be set to true. So why we set this can move by default to true? Right here, after this vertical and horizontal axis, we will add a if condition, and inside this if condition we will say if cannot move, as you notice the exclamation mark, then we will simply return. So this means if we are shooting, then the can move will be set to false, and this all will not be rendered. Okay, because this is for the moving of the player, so we will not run this. If the player is shooting, we will stop all of this till this time, and after 0.3 millisecond, then we will allow the player to move. And now also we need to add this if condition in the handle animation as well, because if the player is not moving, then also we will not run this walk and ideal animation. So if we are shooting, then we will simply play the shooting animation. Now after this we will create another function by the name of stop movement, and inside this stop movement function what we will do, we will say if the can move is equals to false, it means that the player is shooting, so then we will say wait before shooting is equals to time plus move wait time. So if the move wait time and plus the time, okay, we need to type time right here, so time, and the move wait time is become greater than wait before shooting, then this will be set to true, and if they both are equal, then it will be false. And we will check that right here in another function. So we will create a function by the name check if can move. So in here we will say if the time dot time is greater than wait before shooting, then we will set the can move to true, and then the user or the player can move again. So after this, now we will create another function. So if the user fire any bullet, then we will show the shoot animation. So for that, right here we will say shoot, and inside the shoot function we will say wait before shooting, and this will be equals to time dot time, then it will be plus with the shoot wait time, and after this we will call the function which is stop movement, and in here as you can see we set the can move to false. So we will call that function, and then we will play the shoot animation. So we will say player animation dot play animation, then we will simply type the task manager dot shoot animation underscore name. All of this will be now happen inside this function which is handle shooting, and we are going to call this handle shooting in our update function. So if we move up right here, we will paste the handle shooting, and then also we will call this function as well which is check if can move. So simply copy it from here and paste it right here. So now in the handle shooting we will first set the key on which the user will play the shoot animation, and also he will fire the bullet. So right here we will say if input dot get key down, then the key code will be dot, you can set whatever you want. For example, I will fire the bullet on the F button, so I will type key code dot F. So whenever I press the F button, then the player will fire a bullet. So if the F button is pressed, then what we will do, we will say time dot time, and if that is greater than the wait before shooting, then we will call that shoot function. So type it name right here, and that's it. So this time dot time is the current date in the game, so it will measure the date. For example, if you are playing the game for 2 minutes, so that 2 minute will be plus with the shoot wait time, and as you know the shoot wait time is 0.5, so we will plus it with it, and if that is equals to wait before shooting, then the can move will be equals to false, and it means that the player is shooting. And if it is greater than the wait before shooting, then this will be set to true, and then this means that the player is not shooting, and we will also allow the user to walk. So now let's just save this and test the application. So first let me open the animator window down below. Okay, and now as you can see, it is showing that the idle is now running. Okay, the idle animation. Now if we walk, as you can see, it shows that the walk animation is now happening, and now if we press the F button and shoot, as you can see, it shows us that the shoot animation is playing, as you can see. So this is our shooting animation. So now all of our animations are now working except this depth one, because we don't have the enemy right now to kill the player of the game. So we will work on that in the future videos.